The wisdom of Adonijah, the wisdom of Solomon. Solomon and Adonijah were among the many sons of King David. God gave David the heart to establish Solomon as the king. However, Satan put in the heart of wanting to be the king inside of Adonijah. After accepting the heart of Satan, Adonijah began to perform the necessary task to become the king. He owned the priest Abiathar and Captain Joab to his side. He hosted a feast, and many people shouted, "Now David is old, so he is powerless. Adonijah will be the king. Long live King Adonijah!" As the people yelled these words, Adonijah felt as if he had already become the king. But David revealed his will to make Solomon the king. And in the end, it was Solomon, not Adonijah, who became king. After Solomon became king, he should have killed Adonijah in one strike. However, he gave Adonijah a warning and let him live instead. As Adonijah was heading home, he rejoiced, "I thought I would be killed, but I am alive." But the problem was that Adonijah had not thrown away the heart to be the king. Again, he thought of a method to become the king. Then, at that moment, he remembered the thought that Satan had put into his heart. I need to get married to Abishag. I'll be able to become the king if I marry her. She knows about the workings of the palace very well. Abishag was a beautiful young woman who had attended to David right before he died. Since she was always near David, she knew better than anyone else of the ways of the palace. But Adonijah thought, "How can I get married to Abishag? That's right. I'll ask a favor of Bathsheba, Solomon's mother. If she speaks to Solomon, he will not be able to refuse. Another opportunity to be the king will come to me." With a giddy heart, Adonijah went to Bathsheba and asked for her help in marrying Abishag. Then Bathsheba went up to Solomon with a heart thinking, "I should help Adonijah get a good wife since he did not become the king." Bathsheba spoke to King Solomon. "I desire one small petition of thee. I pray thee, say me not nay. Ask of my mother, for I will not say thee nay. Let Abishag the Sunnite be given to Adonijah the brother to wife." Solomon was surprised to hear those words. Although Bathsheba had spoken without knowing the plan of Adonijah, Solomon perceived his plan the moment he heard it. Adonijah still has not let go of his ambition to become the king. He is vying for my position. Eventually, he will try to kill me. Then Solomon spoke to Bathsheba. "Why do you ask Abishag the Sunnite for Adonijah? Ask for him the kingdom also, for he is mine elder brother." Immediately, Solomon ordered for the death of Adonijah. Adonijah thought that there was no one wiser than him. However, that wisdom was from Satan and was going against the will of God. Adonijah thought that Solomon would not know his plot, but Solomon was not aware of his motives. To restate, the wisdom of God that Solomon had was far greater than the wisdom of Satan that Adonijah had. There is a wisdom that comes from God and wisdom that comes from Satan. If we accept the wisdom from Satan, then we will lose ourselves in arrogance and think, "How can such wisdom come from me? I am wise. If I do like this, then I can do anything." However, the wisdom of God is what far outdistances the wisdom of Satan. The important thing in living a blessed life serving God is that we must throw away all of the wisdom we have and accept the wisdom of God. It is the most beautiful when one is meeting friends, studying, or working with that wisdom. When we receive the wisdom of God, we can defeat Satan no matter how cunning he is. Also, we can fulfill the will of God. I am not a wise or smart person. However, I see how God gives His wisdom to me in order to overcome all hardships. Solomon received wisdom from God. In 1 Corinthians chapter 2, it states that the friends of this world do not know this wisdom. Furthermore, it states that God gives wisdom to foolish to confound the wise. Even now, God gives wisdom to His servants. When you seek for the wisdom of God and handle things one by one with that wisdom, we will be able to taste the joy of God who makes us victorious.